So white people are always watching for any signs of danger. That's why their eyes are always watching us.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid of us. They're afraid of us overpowering them.
Yeah, they
us
call it,
overpopulating them. They're afraid of that. They're always watching.
You know what? I agree with you to a degree. But I would say where I don't agree with you is when you're on top, eyes are on you to watch you fall.
Right. And that's they're watching those eyes.
Not necessarily, because you're in a position of power.
Yeah, but they're all watching.
Okay, no, hold on. Just because when you're in a position of power, everybody feels comfortable in their own zone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's not.
But everybody below
them.
No, but there's envy and jealousy, even from your own, more from your own kind than the white man. You know that, and you know where your own kind. Just let me finish, boss, and I'll give you that respect. Your own kind, the black man will make a black man fall before a white man.
That's understandable.
Right.
You know that.
Right.
Okay, and you know where that comes from? Slave mentality.
Right.
Who's responsible for that?
The white man.
Probably dealt with this guy back.
Oh, no, but I'm not saying anything rude, man. Hang on, I'm not saying anything rude. No, you may disagree. You have a right to disagree. I have no problem with that. Come on, what is that? I'm speaking, you know.
So we're trying to say that the white so-called white Edomites, right? They're in a position of power.
You know
and they're watching.
You know the funny thing is? An Italian, if you ask him where his roots come from,
Right.
he'll think it's Italian, that's it. Romans. Where do they come from? The Moors.
Moors, right?
What color were the Moors?
Us.
Thank you. Try telling them that.
Yeah.
Try telling them that.
No. They don't know. They've been deceived
themselves.
themselves.
They don't want to know.
They've been deceived. Right.
Fair play, big man.
All right, but could I say one thing before you go?
Yeah.
Now, going back to what you were saying about you being empowered, the so-called white man being empowered.
The white man or the black man?
No, the so-called white man.
What you see is hypothetical.
Yeah, I'm just generally speaking because they're in the power right now. So what I'm saying is I'm not talking about the general public. I'm talking about the elite, amongst now, from your perspective and our perspective, if we're in power and we're comfortable, okay, we're gonna just be cooling in the cut, laid back. But what they do is when they're in power, they watch for certain. They're very watchful people.
Yeah.
That's why they come with certain agendas and plans. They come together, the elites come together, and they conspire together on how they can keep certain people down to a certain
Exactly. Right. You're right.
That's how they get down. But us as so-called Negroes, we'll judge righteously, and if we're comfortable, we're not gonna pretty much hurt the people in the way that they do.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question. Okay, the white man today. What do you think is biggest in his eyes? Who do you think is biggest threat?
Us. Us and our God. He's afraid. He's trying to upset the prophecy. He's trying to upset the Bible.
Well, would you say the white man is part of the Christianity thingy?
But this isn't going to have to do with that.
No, I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, obviously he created that modern day Roman Catholicism, that Renaissance period Roman Catholicism.
Do you feel that the white man thinks that the black man is a threat?
Of course.
To this day.
He's such a big threat that the white. He has worked his socks off trying to keep us down, trying to destroy our history, destroy the icons, destroy the statues, strip off the Moses, try to repaint the history. Don't teach it in the school systems. They'll teach you about Greek Empire, Roman Empire, but they'll skip past the Dark Ages. They'll just say that's a period of ignorance. They'll skip past the Moors, they'll skip past the Holy Roman Empire, and they'll go straight to World War I, World War II. They'll skip past that whole period of history. So I know, because I did history in the school. They never taught about the Dark Ages. That was just ignorance.
So can I ask you a question? Do you think that history was written by the conquerors?
Of course, to a great degree, yes. To a great degree.
And they wrote theirs. So whatever they found, they put it aside and said it was ours.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So if you ever get a chance, go into
that's why we have to
YouTube
trust in the Bible.
Search it, Timbuktu. You know all about Timbuktu. They hid that because I was a black man. You know that.
Yeah, that was us.
They hid that. You know that. And it wasn't just them. Many other nationalities hid it.
Right. Well, but do you accept you're an Israelite?
Do I accept that I'm an Israelite? question, but the question
you can't have a.
But I'm trying to give.
Trying to tell us if we're trying to tell you an Israelite, you gonna come.
No, but what's your justification for Israel? Are you speaking when you say Israelites? Do you speak in terms of Judaism?
No.
Zionism?
No, I'm talking about who we are as a people.
But the Israelites, in a sense, to be honest with you, were nomadic. Did you know that?
Let me tell you.
They were nomadic. Let me just finish and listen to it in your entirety. They were nomadic, and I tell you why they were nomadic. They didn't have to be nomadic. They were nomadic because they disobeyed God. They never had a country that they could call their own. Moses and God gave them a promised land. Yeah? The Israelites decided to not listen to Moses because he was a tool of God and create their own idolatry, right? Idolatry and graven images and worship them. For that, God cursed them. And even to this day, as powerful as they are, they suffer.
But who are they today?
That's us, bro. That's what we're trying to. And you got to see that.
You can
listen.
We got to see. Can I say one thing? What? Right now, I wanna hop back on what you said before, on how the so-called Negroes are equipped to society, right? Now there was an old Irish gentleman that came before you came.
Saw it.
Right? A couple of weeks back.
The same guy with the backpack?
No. This is another guy.
Okay.
And this guy, he specializes in psychology. And you know what he said? He said, the government has been trying to exterminate so-called Negroes for 60 years. That's what he said. And that's coming out of a so-called white man's mouth.
See what I'm saying?
60 years. Longer than that.
Yeah, obviously. Ever since slavery, ever since we got on the shores of this Western Hemisphere, they've been trying to figure out a way to control them. Like Willie Lynch. No, that's a perfect
So
example.
let's ask you this question. What happened to the black man for him to allow himself to be in that position?
To be in this low degradation. Well, it's nothing.
It's not even a degradation.
It was all good.
Well, it's a degradation position because you're my brother and somebody else from the outside comes to you and makes you an offer and says, listen, give him up. Give your brother up. And you don't even think twice about it. You do it for 10 things of silver. You understand what I'm saying? That's basically how it went down.
Yeah, but
because the white man couldn't go into Africa and take anybody out.
That's why you have to understand.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
You have to understand that a lot of these things. And listen. Even though we're men, we're logical. We're very logical. We're trying to understand it logically. How can a man who's weaker than us come into our land and take down the people who struggle with us?
Yeah.
How is it with his bare? How can he do that? How is that possible? Like, we're trying to think logically. That's why I was trying to tell you on a spiritual level, it was all predestined.
You gotta look at bows and arrows against guns.
Give me your
against when the Chinese came out with what they call it, gunpowder.
This is the Lord was saying.
Never reached that.
Again, you know what? It's wrong. I want to say one
They were
thing.
using that. The British were using it.
I want to say one
The French
thing.
were using it. The Portuguese were using it.
Right.
The Spanish were using it. Look at the Caribbean, where I come from. The Spanish wiped out an entire nation of people. Arawak Indians.
Can I say one thing? Now I want to go back to what you were saying about the blacks, so-called Negroes, right? Now you got to understand. Now in Africa, West Africa, there's multiple different tribes. There's a lot of tribes in there, right? Now the tribe that sold the Hebrews into slavery are the Hermetic people. Okay, because this is the thing. This is why you got to everything saying it, right? You know what we're talking about. And that's not to be braggadocious, but I'm being serious. Now, now you gotta understand is that it's our people, right? Our people, they're so lost that they think that anybody that has a dark hue or dark skin is a so-called black person, the same as them, but that's not the case. Now the Most High created 3 kinds of men, right? You have Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Now these are the people predominantly that was in West Africa that did a deal with the so-called Europeans, right? And sold the Jews into slavery because we're not blacks. We're not West Indians. West is a direction, and the word Indian is savage.
West Indians will be descendants of.
So they would be the descendants of the Israelites that were in West Africa. Because you gotta understand,
exactly.
the people in West Africa, which is our people, where did they originally come from? They originally come from Africa? No. They originally come from Jerusalem.
Okay, so
They escaped. Let me finish. Right? They escaped out of Jerusalem, fleeing from what? Roman persecution. That who the world called Jesus Christ prophesied unto them that would happen. So they went into fleeing to all of these different mountains. In other words, they fled into all these different lands to get away from the Romans. That's why they hid amongst the dark nations of people. Because because it looked just like it. To hide away from the Romans. They were there for 1,000+ years, and then we were taken as slaves.
What's your definition or answer to Ethiopia, Somalia, and Eritrea? Are they a mixture of black and Arabs?
Nah. Some of them are.
Somalians are.
Yeah, you're going, bro. This is about the scriptures.
This thing is a thing based upon faith, man. You know, people trying to use logic all the time. If you got a spirit, because this brother said over here that they've dealt with you before, and obviously
he was in agreement with some things. This was months back.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The thing is, when I came
don't hold that against me.
I'm just saying, when I first came to the truth, it didn't take me long to get it, man. The first time scriptures, they were telling me scriptures, it sunk in straight away. We shouldn't be throwing scriptures at you, and it's just like bouncing off your head. It's not sinking in. Like, you know,
are you asking me that question?
Like, you know, when the scriptures talk about we're hard-headed people.
Okay, is this
I'm basically talking to you, yeah.
Okay, so you're saying it's bouncing off man. Who
Yeah,
said that?
basically.
You should ask me that question.
That's why I told you, do you believe you're an Israelite? And you was like that. But they've dealt with you before. I'm pretty sure they told you that you're an Israelite before.
Okay, so if they tell me I'm an Israelite, I'm supposed to not even have my own thought, just say that's it.
Well, obviously they've read scriptures to you.
No, so I don't really think he did.
They never read scriptures to you.
I don't think he did. I mean, if he did.
Well, we're going to. Give it 2:28.
Hold on.
You're going to read it too. We're going to see if it sinks in.
Hold on.
Read it. 2:28
Well, I said, you're judging me, man.
See, you see how they say all of these dead demons say?
No, but you're judging me.
You're judging.
Off my head.
Read this.
Yeah, that's not.
Deuteronomy.
You have an open mind.
We'll see. We'll see if you can sink in.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 49.
See, if you can't listen, we're done with you, man. Because you ain't getting it, man.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Right.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
And that's what happened when they came for us slave trade. We didn't understand their tongue. They came from another side of the fucking planet, man.
So they asked you this question.
They came with no questions. You're just listening from them.
I heard what he just read.
No, you're not dictating the course of the conversation.
I just asked you a question.
But we don't care about your question. We don't care about your question. We're talking. We're teaching. If you don't like it, please move. We're teaching.
So why are you turning it?
No, we're not being rude. We're teaching because you're not understanding the power levels here. We're here teaching, and you don't want to listen. You want to come with your power. We're not dealing with that.
I don't have my power, man.
What we're trying to tell you is that, listen, how we can prove that you're an Israelite is because this happened, man, to us as a people. It didn't happen to the so-called white man who's a Jew.
Right.
It happened to us. No nation from afar didn't come from one side of the earth to take the Amalekites and didn't understand the language and made them serve in slavery. No, that happened to us. So that's another, keep on reading. And they didn't show no favor to the young or to the old. In fact, if you were old, they'd kill you because they seen that you weren't no profitable. You was
Right.
If you was young, you was worth more. Because you could grow up, you could be a strong buck, he could breed you. He could breed you.
I think we're all worth something no matter whether you're young or old. Come on.
No.
Come on.
Just keep on reading.
Right. Verse 51. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land,
right,
until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee, neither corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or thy flocks of thy sheep.
Right, that even happened to us during the Roman Empire, when they came for us in 70 AD. And they took millions of us as slaves, and millions more of us fled into Africa. That's why you had this thing called the diaspora. Millions of us dispersing. It was our people in that land of Israel, man. The priests and shit. Our people are very spiritual. We had the temple and everything. That was us. It weren't no other people. It was us. That holy people, that spiritual people that you read about. I was talking about us. We're not talking about a white man wearing a hat, turning things inside his head, the black coat. We're talking about him.
And you know too, brother, and the reason why people can't see that because our people have been indoctrinated under this black thing. This West Indian thing, this African American thing.
This black thing.
That's what's been going on. Our people can't perceive that they were actually the people of the law. They can't see it.
They can't see that. They can't see in ancient times, in times past.
Fair enough.
All they see is this word black.
But if I was you,
black power.
Okay.
Black power.
If I was you, when you asked me that question, do I think I'm a what?
Israelite.
I wouldn't have asked that question right away. Because it doesn't matter what I think. I would have taught the brother or said something. Do you know where you come from? I would ask that question at the hypothetical. Do you know? Do you know your roots? You just don't tell me, because if I don't know, or if I do know,
how do you know you
you're
start by
telling me if you
listening?
don't know.
Read
You weren't reading the Bible before.
Verse 52. And he shall beseech thee.
Can I say one more thing? Because you gotta understand.
But you see what I'm trying to say?
No, I understand what you're saying, but what you gotta understand.
what you're trying to say.
What you gotta understand is, listen, right?
He's judging me.
Okay, fair enough. But can I say this?
No, but that's what I'm saying.
We ain't judging nobody. But what I'm saying is this, right? And this is just the honest to God's truth.
All right, go on.
Get me Jeremiah 3 and 15.
Hold that. Get Jeremiah.
Get Jeremiah 3 and 15. Because at the end of the day, right, the Most High set up teachers. Okay? We are the teachers, man. At the end of the day, if you're a teacher, the Lord will
Yeah,
set
but
you
if you're a teacher, you should know how to teach. Don't be
But see,
judging.
this is what I'm
Don't
saying.
judge.
Say for a teacher, you got a little kid in
No, but don't look at me and say, it's bouncing off my head.
That's what send them out of the class. You send them out of the class.
Yeah,
Read that.
That's what a good teacher does.
Right. Yeah, read that.
Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 15.
You go on.
And I'll give thee pastors according to mine heart,
Yeah.
which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
And that's just the whole thing. We're the teachers up here, man. So if you're not listening to what we're saying, and I like
I'm listening. I'm
and I like
here,
no, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying what we're saying. I'm just speaking in general. If you don't want to hear what we're saying, like this brother said, and I like the analogy, what he said was this: when you're in school and you're a young kid and you're being insubordinate, what's going to happen? You're going to get kicked out the classroom. You understand? So at the end of the day, what I'm saying here, and I'm saying for truth's sake, is that the Lord set up teachers. You're not a teacher. The Lord didn't say you to be a teacher. We're set up to teach other people. All right, this is why we come out here week in and week out to do this thing right here. We're not doing it because we want to get ratings. Or
But if you're going to teach, you should know how to teach.
Well, we know how to teach. We've been doing this for 10 years.
But what he said to me wasn't right.
Again, hold that. Give me Ecclesiastes.
No, he wasn't saying. He said, oh, you're well, hold on.
Maybe you're wrong though, man.
No, I'm not saying I'm wrong. All right, that's not the point. I'm saying, if I'm just teaching this humble, I can't start judging you
See,
right
the
away.
scriptures talk about humble, man.
I am humble,
You're not
bro.
humble. You keep talking, bro. That's the one thing our people keep doing, man. It's never their fault. It's never them. It's never
Everybody should
them.
have their own mind.
That's why people can't get along and move together because they don't want to take responsibility.
Everybody has their own way.
For actions. They talk about you don't humble yourself as a little child. You know why it's end to end. And the child don't keep talking, man.
Yeah, I know, but you know, it's just.
You know what I'm saying? So this ain't the first time.
Okay, so
What you need to do is just be quiet, bro. Just take the L. Just take the L. You'll get rewarded in the kingdom. Just be quiet.
Control the narrative, man.
Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God.
So this is the house right here. Because each brother is a stone that makes up the pillar, man. That makes up the house, man. It says keep thy foot. What?
When thou goest to the house of God,
Right.
and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools.
Be more willing to hear.
For they consider not that they do evil.
You're not considering that you're doing that.
Let me add this before I go. An intelligent person is a good listener.
Yeah, but you're not
Pride, man. Pride.
You got your own
You
mind.
just put foot in your mouth.
Well, my man, you're not a teacher. You're saying, no, listen. You're saying that an intelligent person
is a good listener. And
So
that's
that means you're supposed to play that.
But I haven't
You
listened
haven't
to
been
him.
listening
I
every
haven't
time
been
you come up
listening.
here.
I heard everything you said, bro. What are you talking about?
What did we tell you about Deuteronomy 28? What did we read about Deuteronomy 28?
I can't paraphrase.
What did we read about Deuteronomy 28?
He's asking a question. Oh, now let's. I should stand there like an idiot and just listen and don't speak.
But you're talking
That's
over
what
each
you like?
other.
Is this a dictatorship?
Hey, let's go
It's
to
a dictatorship.
Go to
Tell me it's a
Deuteronomy 28.
dictatorship. I will walk.
Yeah, it's a dictatorship.
It's a dictatorship. Oh, yeah. See what I mean?
You said you walk.
Hey, no, don't talking. Let's just read on.
I'm listening.
All of them are any verse.
28 plus
Go back to the main thing.
Why are you laughing, bro? I'm just listening. But I can't tell you what to believe and what not to believe. I can only tell you what I know. It's up to you whether you take it or not.
Let's
Deuteronomy 28,
Same thing.
verse 53.
What's the difference?
And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body.
Listen, no, it says 50.
Verse 52. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates,
Right.
until thy high and fenced walls come down.
And that's what happened in 70 AD. That's what if you look at the siege of Jerusalem, they besieged us. That's what they did. They burned the temple as well. You can actually read about what happened. They were surrounded off Jerusalem, man. You know what I'm saying? They besieged it.
So do you think you're a chosen people? A chosen people by Jehovah? Do you believe you are? I'm asking a question.
We're talking about this. That shows you're not listening.
I am listening.
Go on.
Wherein thou trusteth throughout all the land, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all the land which the Lord thy God hath given thee.
So back then, this was what? How long ago was this? This was like 3,500 years ago. And this didn't come to fruition until like 1,500 years later.
So
do you know what I'm saying? So Moses was prophesying, listen, a nation's going to come against you from far. They're going to besiege you. Basically, he's talking about the Edomites, talking about the white man the whole time. The white man gonna come for you, man, and fuck you up as a people.
It says nation shall rise against nation.
It doesn't say that, man.
No, but it does say that.
You know what I'm saying, man? This guy don't listen.
He said, brother.
No, but he's going back in 70 AD, 1,000 something. No, but 1,000 and plus and blah, blah, blah. Okay. You know, listen, the black man's been suffering since day one.
It's not been day one. It's not since been day one.
It's cool. And you keep saying black man, so you're not believing that we're Israelites.
Go to Israel and tell them you're Israelite. See what they say.
I got so fed up. I gotta read this. I must read this. This is in Romans 11, verse 1. I say the truth in Yahweh shall lie not. My conscience also bear me witness, the Holy Ghost, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ. Right? Now this is Romans 11. Romans 9, excuse me. I'm in the wrong thing. This is Romans 11. I'll start from verse 1. And it says, I say then, have the Most High cast away his people. Read it to the point. It says, right, verse 7, it says, what then Israel have attained, which is the truth, that which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded. According to as it is written in the book of Isaiah, the 6th chapter, the Most High has given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. So this is just a prime example of how our people can't receive the truth. Okay, just because we call ourselves Israelites and all of that stuff, we're not set out here to gather our people to the truth, all of us. Because you're gonna have the election that's gonna take this truth. Okay, we've been talking about this for years. About how the two, matter of fact, give me Zechariah, 13. What you're gonna realize is that in the book of Zechariah 13 and 8, right, it states that 2/3 of his own people are gonna be cut off with death. Alright, they're gonna be put to death. We're gonna read it.
This is Zechariah 13 and 8.
Right.
And it shall come to pass, future prophecy, that in all the land, saith the Lord,
right,
2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
Right, so that's 66.6% of the nation of Israel. They're all going to be put to death. Why? Because they don't want to hearken to the word of the Lord.
But the third shall be left therein.
Right, and the third shall be left therein, because our people, I don't cut you, because our people have been doing the same, the majority of our people have been doing the same thing that you're doing for thousands of years, right? And they're still doing it now. So the Lord is saying, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to gather the elect that heard from the beginning, and I'm going to save them and destroy the 2/3 of his own people, all right? And they're going to have to come back and get it the other side.
The land of Israel or just the Israelites?
The people is referred to the people.
No matter where they are.
Right. If they're meant to put to death, that's all right. If they can't get the truth, then they're going to get death. That's where it's going. Okay, so
Revelation 21 verse 8. But the fearful and unbelieving,
right,
and the abominable and murderers,
right,
and whoremongers.
You gotta slow it down, brother. Slow that down. Read that verse again.
But the fearful and unbelieving.
Right, because that's the key point I want to do. Because our people don't believe in the Bible. They don't believe in what we bring about. That's why they buck up against it.
Well, there's a lot of Israelites that don't believe in the Bible.
Like yourself.
You know that, correct?
And the abominable.
Like yourself. You're an Israelite. You don't believe in the Bible. Go on.
I don't believe
and murderers.
You're asking me to tell me.
And
whoremongers. We give you the true understanding of the Bible. You don't believe it.
I believe in the Bible. What do you want about?
Go on.
And sorcerers and idolaters, right, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth for fire and brimstone, which is the second death.
Thing. And the reason why I said
coming of Christ.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is this: you don't have the right understanding. You don't believe on the right understanding we're giving.
But you can't just come up to a person asking me, you think you're an Israelite.
Let's not listen.
What the hell? I listen.
Let's go back to Deuteronomy.
What are you talking about? I'm listening, my friend. You're not
Just
telling me what I'm doing.
I'm talking.
I want to talk, I talk, man. You're talking.
I ain't even gonna listen if you
He's a
talking.
teacher, bro. He's a teacher.
Tell me I don't believe in the Bible. What the hell you mad?
I know you was one of
grew up in the
them
Bible.
kids in school that was always yapping against the teachers, man.
You sure? You asked me.
I bet you was. I bet you was.
Let me tell you something. I was a good listener. That's all
Yeah.
He ain't doing it now.
He
But it
wasn't.
depends. But it
No,
depends on
no,
who
he wasn't.
It depends on who I'm conversing with. You looked at me and you told me.
Yeah, this kid's ready because we're gonna be here all night. We're gonna be here all
No,
the
but don't sit there and judge me.
And he
The
shall
Bible says
eat the
judge not to be
fruit of
judged.
I told you that these demons out here do that, man. I told you that.
Well, you're judging me.
You're judging me.
Well, you did tell me. You said, I don't believe you believe in the Bible. That's what you just told me. What's that? Is that
Bible says judge righteous judgment.
That's what
Yeah,
you said
right.
to me. Is that French language you
Go,
speak?
go, go.
And he that is spiritual judge it forth.
And then
You just told me that.
And he
I don't
shall
believe in
eat
the
the
Bible.
fruit of thine cattle and the fruit of thy
Where's that
land
come from?
until thou be destroyed. Which also shall not leave thee neither corn, wine, or oil, or increase of thy kind.
And Moses was talking about the Edomites, man. He was talking about the little fucking Edomites, the white people. Because when you read from verse 49 down to what verse you in now? 51. All the verses talk about Esau. He was prophesying that Esau is going to be that nation that come from far, show no mercy to the young or old. And you're not going to understand his tongue.
Right.
He's going to besiege you in all your gates in 70 AD. He's going to come as the Romans. And he's going to come back as what he want to call the Europeans, white man.
Can I ask you a question? What nationality you think
See
the
what I'm
Romans
saying? You
What,
see
I
what
can't
I'm
say a
saying?
word?
You're not listening, fam.
Can I
I'll give you a reason why.
Can I ask him a question?
I got a bad memory. So
Can I
when
ask
you
him one
touch on the
question?
point, I want to catch it before I forget.
Can I ask you a
That's why I bring
question?
it to you.
Can I ask you a
In
question?
case I forget.
Can I ask you a question, sir?
Because you carry on and I want to catch you about what you're saying.
What
about
you want to say?
something.
What you want to say?
No, but you're stopping me. You start.
I forget. What are you going to say?
But somebody, I come in peace, man.
Sir,
I really do.
can I ask you something?
If I was, I'd tell you I'm not.
Guys, you don't listen. Let's read on, man. Because
Did anybody put a yoke of iron on our neck? Do you recall of anybody putting a yoke of iron on
Yeah, read that.
Do you remember that?
When you say how are you talking about generous in terms of black men?
Yeah.
He's not going to listen.
Listen
Yeah,
to
of course.
this. It says, therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies which the Lord shall send against thee
Remember them enemies?
in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and the want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck
We was naked to
until he destroyed thee. The
was
Lord shall
naked.
bring a nation against thee from far,
Right.
from the end of the earth,
Right.
as swift as the eagle.
Right.
Now, whose emblem is the eagle?
The white
Do his-
man.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Right, and
Keep
it
on,
says
keep on.
as swift as a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
You don't understand
A
English?
nation,
I'm French.
a nation,
Yeah, right, go ahead.
they're all Edomites.
Right.
A nation
Okay.
of fierce countenance,
Right.
which shall not regard the person of the old. Oh, they call the old man boy. He didn't
Yeah,
regard
because he
that.
had fierce. He was always angry.
He was
man.
fierce, right? No show favour to the young. Did he not use our children as alligators?
Sodomizing them.
Okay.
Okay.
And he said, he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle. That's, he took
Did
us,
that Roman
he
Empire.
stole us, yeah. And the fruit of thy land, he stole our land.
Right.
Until thou be destroyed.
I agree with that.
What
I agree with
nationality
that.
are you? What's your national origin?
I'm Caribbean.
Right, so you're destroyed. You don't know who you are. Okay? Caribbean is not a nationality, right?
We're
so here we go.
descendants of runaway slaves.
So you're not Caribbean then?
I
So
come
a
from
double-minded
Jamaican
mind is unstable in all
nationality.
his
Well, there's the
ways.
judging.
Which shall not leave
So, because I'm a certain
neither
thing,
corn
I
nor
don't
wine the flocks.
understand
Listen,
You see what I'm talking about?
Just
my point.
Yoke of iron.
You see my point?
Yoke of iron. Yoke of iron.
You guys
Yoke
are
of
very
iron.
fine.
Yoke of iron.
Oh, so because you are where you're from, you're okay.
Yoke of iron.
Because you where you are, no, because where you are from, you're okay.
Let's keep it order.
You're okay from where you come from. Is that what you say?
Don't interact
Oh,
with this guy.
come on, man.
This guy's
Where are you from? Caribbean.
And it says, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates
amazing.
until thy... We dealt with this guy a long time.
It doesn't matter, my friend, whether you dealt with me yesterday.
Until thy walls come down.
Come on, brother.
Wherein thou justice throughout all the land.
Define it. Define it.
And he shall besiege thee in all the gates throughout thy land, which the Lord thy God
Where are
hath
you
given
from? The
thee.
Caribbean.
And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body,
I find that
the
offensive.
flesh of thy sons and thy daughters.
So it said we're going to eat the flesh of our own body, man.
And that happened in
And that's
Masada.
what happened in that happened in the siege of Jerusalem.
And Masada as well.
Masada.
Yeah.
Because what happened was, I think it was what's that guy's name, man? The recorder. His name was Josephus. Flavius Josephus.
Let's not put the curse on our people.
What he did was he recorded there was actual time where some black woman, she was eating her own children.
Yeah, and there's a story in the
Cannibalism.
That
It was
we'll
cannibalism.
eat your kid first, and then we'll eat your kids later.
That
and
was
then
okay.
their kid in the
Right.
evening.
But you know what? Before you even say that, cannibalism was happening in Africa a long time ago.
Let's still order.
And I appreciate that.
Right, can I just say, we don't have to shake hands, right? Can I just say one thing, right? Can I just say one thing?
Cannibalism is happening in Africa a long
Bro,
time ago.
let me speak, man. Let me speak, let's be going to do order. What I'm saying is this, right? You're not going to get this. I can see you're not going to get this. You might as just have a nice day.
Oh, the man asked me what.
And that's what it's going to be. You're not going to receive
put
the
a picture up in front of my face.
You're going to be destroyed on this side. You're going to get on the other
I'm
side.
going to be destroyed.
I can see that. I can see